Alright, welcome back guys. This is Metal Trash Panda here, aka Daniel, and this is going to be one of maybe a few videos in the Tools for Trade series I'm going to be making. Basically all tools you'll need to start scrapping for metal on your own. Yeah, you don't have to have all these tools, but you should have some of them, and I'm going to explain the ones that I use and what they're used for and why I like them. Well, let's start off with metal scrapping. The first thing you might want to need is a magnet, because magnets will tell you what metal is ferrous versus non-ferrous. This is a really powerful magnet we scrapped off a microwave. Every microwave's got two of these, so next time you scrap a microwave, make sure you grab one. They're really useful, really powerful magnets, and go great for metal scrapping. Next here we got a set of gloves. Pretty self-explanatory. Don't want to kill our hands when we're taking apart, prying apart metal. Pretty self-explanatory there. Next on the list is we're gonna have to have a scale. Now I got this one at the pawn shop for about 29 bucks or something like that, but that's about what the average, if you gotta get them online, maybe about 35 bucks or so. So definitely good to have. You wanna make sure you weigh out your metals before you take them to the scrap yard. Yeah, like the worst thing you end up doing is having metals that are about 0.9 pounds and you only get, oh well, let's say 1.9 pounds, and then you only get 1 pound of metal for them. That would not be ideal. You'd lose a lot of money that way. So make sure you have a scale in your collection. Next on the list is we got some clippers. You got a small set of bolt cutters and a pair of metal shears. Now, the metal shears are what I want to focus on here, because they're really good for just like cutting wire, cutting thin sheet metal. Basically, they work very well on lots of appliances. If you don't have the nuts and bolts, sockets or whatever you need to open up, let's say a microwave, then you can simply cut around the bolts with these shears, and it's very helpful. Next we got a couple of precision equipment, a little pry bar and a hammer, for a little bit of a gentle persuasion on whenever you want to crack open some appliance. Just give it a little wackadoo and it might just pop right out. You'd be surprised how effective a hammer can be when you got no other idea of how to open something up. Now, next thing, we have a nice pair of grips here. They make these in all types of shapes and sizes, but I like these ones. They're adjustable and very good at getting bolts off of machinery. Next, we got some, well, we have a drill driver here. Impact driver. This is probably what we use the most when just disassembling items. We've got a couple of socket adapters. This is probably my favorite one, made by Klein Tools. Has a little variation, 6 different variations that cover mostly all the bolts you'll see on small appliances, and yeah, it works very well. Now, but what I really wanted to highlight were these two right here. These are going to be long Phillips and flathead adapters for the impact driver. The good thing about these is they can get into like long areas. Like let's say this tool right here, the reciprocating saw, you can get right in them without any protrusion, as opposed to one with an adapter that's going to stop right at the top. So very useful to have, very underrated tools. I would definitely recommend getting a set of these in your arsenal. Now, last but not least, I want to go over the angle grinder. Probably one of the most useful tools you can have in metal scrapping. Cutting pipes, cutting wire, cutting a lot of things when there's just not going to be used for manual tools, the angle grinder is really nice to have. Now, this is a small portable one. I would suggest getting a portable angle grinder because you're going to want one on the move when you're out and about in the field. Otherwise, it's also good to have a corded angle grinder at home, at your home base, for cutting mills that are just a little bit tougher, or the ones that are going to be spending a lot more time on. So that's pretty much it for our video. Very short video. We're not going to go over all the other tools I have, but these are some of the basics you might want to use for your collection. So enjoy. I'm Metal Trash Panda. Remember to like and subscribe.